and welcome to Bravo Borough's Backstage Pass. We're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at our production of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I'm Dr. Stephen Spivey, and I'm joined today by the Cuckoos themselves, George Romano, Stephen Luster, James Mingus. Gentlemen, thank you for being with us today. George, tell us a little about who you portray and what he's like.
Thank you, Dr. Spivey. I portray a character, his name is Martini. He is...
Like the drink?
Yes, like the drink. He's a very eccentric character. He's a Korean War vet, but he suffers from several different mental conditions. He has a tendency to be unpredictable, but he's still very likable and has a sense of childlike wonder about him.
Stephen?
Sir, yes.
Tell us a bit about who you portray.
I'm playing Scanlon, not unlike the Onion, nothing like the Onion. And otherwise, Scanlon is a World War II veteran, and during one of his missions one time, a tragic accident took place with other members of his group, other members of the unit, and that's how I ended up here, long story short. And that's all. That's why Scanlon's here. He's been troubled ever since the war, and
So all three people are patients in the hospital where the play is set, that's correct?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And James, what about your character?
Well, I play Cheswick, and Cheswick is a very is a character that really wants to help other people. He's trying to back up everyone and get their things done the best that he can. He likes to help McMurphy. He wants to join everything that he does.
And what would you say would be the biggest challenge of your roles? James?
Cheswick doesn't have a lot of things to point him in the direction of what his diagnosis and things are. So I've got to come up with a lot of his character without the script's help.
And Stephen, how did you prepare for Scanlon?
It's a long story.
Shorten it.
Happened back in high school, actually. It was tragic what happened. I just had to reflect back on my past and come up with where I ended up now. And
I see.
it's the life experiences.
Is this the type of role that you've sought out to play?
It is. It's a good character to have. I can really do things and reach out without. I don't have a lot of dialogue, but I feel like I can really bring a lot to the character non-verbally. So I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
And I appreciate this opportunity. So,
George, tell us a bit about Martini, how you prepared to play him, and what challenges he brings.
Sure. Obviously going through the script at first, developing the character's backstory, who he is, where he's at, why he's there, and what he does while he's there. As far as the challenges are trying to realistically portray someone who has mental issues, while at the same time trying to be sensitive to those who actually have mental conditions. So I try to portray Martini as honest and yet relatable.
Stephen, did you have any formal training in acting? How did you get started?
I started in high school. I was a thespian in high school, and it started there. The only formal training I've had had audition workshops in Nashville with Morgan Entertainment Company, but it started in high school, and I've been acting ever since. So,
James, how about you? What started you?
Well, I did youth summer stock as a young child.
Was that here?
No, it was in Dayton, Ohio, with a group called the Human Race Theater. I did that for 2 years, and then I did high school musicals throughout my high school career. And then I took a break for a while, went to college, did some other things, and this is actually my first show back acting since then.
What would you say has been your most challenging role that you've portrayed?
I had a role in summer stock called the Memory Mender in a play called Still Life with Iris. That was a lot of role for a 12-year-old at the time. So I had like 2 whole monologues, and I really had to get my own mental neuroses in line so that I could remember all my lines.
George, what would you say? Got you started in theater?
I've always liked performing for people, making people happy. So growing up through school, I've been involved with plays, in band, in chorus, and just kind of always been around.
Is there a particular type of play that you enjoy doing? Comedies, musicals?
I would say anything that really challenges me.
Mm-hmm.
So not specifically not a specific type, but something that challenges me.
What was your last experience on stage?
That's actually a funny one. If I can go there, I want to say it's a magical experience. I played Aslan in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole story behind all of that, coupled with the opportunity to be on stage for the first time with one of my talented daughters, Jules, it just made it for a tremendous experience for me.
Stephen, what makes a character believable, and what are the things that you do as an actor to make that character believable to the audience?
Finding a way to connect to the audience. I played the role of Dussel, Mr. Dussel, during The Diary of Anne Frank. Everything about the show, the set, just the theme, the theme of the show itself, but becoming Dussel to me was probably it was a tough show to do. So becoming that character and really digging into the character and getting the audience to believe.
And the character takes a bit out of you, doesn't it?
It does. It really does in a role like that. It does. It does. But it's a real good show.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. James, what do you do when you're not acting?
I do a variety of hobbies. I play disc golf. I play board games a lot. I do like to, I do some officiating for the Nashville Roller Derby.
Oh.
So I read. There's some various other things, but it's a good time.
And George, same question.
Oh, when I'm not doing this, well, I have 4 children and 5 grandchildren, so I don't really have a lot of time for other other hobbies or pursuits. I do like reading. I do like spending time with the children.
Sure, of course you do. And you mentioned your daughter, and she's also in the play, isn't she?
Yes, she plays Nurse Flynn in the play.
Good. What's next? What is next for you, James? What do you plan to do after the show?
I don't know what's next. I might see another play I would like to audition for. I might go back to doing stage work and helping backstage or trying to do lights and sounds for something. But I would like to continue assisting in theater and keep going.
Stephen, what do you plan to do after the show?
I don't know a specific show as of yet, but probably a musical.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy doing musicals, so probably a musical.
George?
A musical.
Musical with Stephen, perhaps.
there you go. Actually, Jules and I are going to be in the Drowsy Chaperone, so that we're looking forward to beginning the training and rehearsal for that after this is finished.
And where will that be?
That's going to be at Mills Pate.
Mills Pate Arts Center, the same place that we're having One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for lending me your time and your experiences. Be sure to get your tickets for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at bravoborough.com. The show opens Friday, April 22nd and closes May 1st. Friday and Saturday shows begin at 7 p.m. and Sunday matinees are at 2 p.m. We'll see you at the show.